Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, the Hut, welcome back to the Baseball Hut 2. And hopefully you like this video. And hit that subscribe button. I'm talking a lot about, in this video, the Atlantic League. I'm probably the only channel that covers the Atlantic League as far as I know. I've been doing that for the last few weeks, really covering the Long Island Ducks. And obviously, the big news that happened on Thursday is the Ducks signed former Cy Young Award winner Trevor Bauer. Now, he's not been in Major League Baseball in the United States or any kind of professional league in the United States since the middle of 2021. So it's almost 5 years. And he's going to get a chance to start opening day on April 21st for the Ducks. And that's going to be a lot of people at that ballpark. I mean, they're always sold out, but my goodness, there's going to be quite the interest there locally and quite the interest there nationally when he goes in, because the Ducks would not have gotten approval to sign him if the major leagues wasn't interested in seeing him a little bit. That maybe his exile has been lifted. Now, as you know, he was accused years ago of doing something terrible to some woman, but it turned out the woman was grifting him and trying to and he got in a lot of trouble. And Major League Baseball suspended him, and then they kind of negotiated, I guess, some kind of like agreement. And he's been sort of bouncing around over the world trying to get back to the majors. This is as close as he's gotten now in 5 years. And we will cover his starts, starting with his first start, April 21st. Some of the starts that he's had and some of his behavior over the last 5 years in these different places has been a little odd. But he's a very interesting character, to say the least. So we'll cover a lot of stuff with him. Now, what this video is about, like I said, this is all about the Atlantic League. We had this interesting story that popped up, and I saw this on April Fool's Day. I thought this was crazy, so I looked into it. Did you know the Atlantic League has a draft? These 10 teams that are in there draft 10 players. Now, this Saturday on Long Island, the Ducks are going to have tryouts to see who's going to make the team. So they invite all these players, all these people to come in and try out with them. As you know, the thing that's interesting about the Ducks is that they bring in a lot of former players, a lot of former minor leaguers, and sometimes guys go back. Sometimes guys get in the majors, or they go back in the majors. Rich Hill's a good example of a guy that played there and went back to the majors. We got guys that went there at the end of their careers, like Bill Pulsifer was a former Met prospect. But let me read you this. This is from OurSportsCentral.com. Atlantic League Professional Baseball Draft starts with 53-year-old knuckleballer. You heard that right. They drafted a knuckleballer. The first pick was a knuckleballer. I kid you not, folks. I kid you not. Hagerstown, Maryland. The Atlantic League of Professional Baseball conducted its draft on Wednesday with 10 players selected by the 10 ALPB clubs. Just forget about that. The first pick of the draft was 53-year-old knuckleballer Vincent Towns, a native of Marlboro, Maryland. Towns was drafted by the San Francisco Giants in 1991 out of Sutton High in Forestville, Maryland. He spent parts of 2 seasons in the Giants farm system, upon a 1-2 record while pitching in the Arizona League. Should he make the team, Towns would become the oldest pitcher to appear in the Atlantic League game, surpassing the legendary Roger Clemens, who pitched for Sugarland in 2012 at the age of 50 years, 1 month, and 3 days. Following the player testing and simulated games, the Atlantic League managers drafted from the group of 120 participants who were all vetted for prior college and/or professional playing experience. Each of the draftees will be signed to a contract with open spring training with their respective clubs. Here's the first round. Hagerstown Flying Boxcars drafted right-handed pitcher Vincent Towns. These are great names for these teams. The Charleston Dirty Birds selected right-handed pitcher Eli Serrano. The Staten Island Ferry Hawks selected left-handed pitcher Brandon Haston. Brandon Haston. Lexington Legends selected outfielder Wade Kelly. Southern Maryland Blue Crabs selected left-handed pitcher Isaac Fix. Gastonia Ghost Peppers drafted right-handed pitcher Mark Moclair. Lancaster Stormers signed right-handed pitcher, drafted right-handed pitcher Justin Needles. The Long Island Ducks drafted catcher Tyler Smith. The High Point Rockers signed right-handed pitcher Hiroyuki Yamada. The York Revolution drafted and signed right-handed pitcher Aaron Schaefer. The Atlantic League season opens on Tuesday the 21st with 5 games on the schedule. This is going to be very interesting with Bauer in the league and with Town. So this is going to put a lot of eyeballs in the Atlantic League this year. Over Hagerstown, because I never heard of Vincent Towns. He played. I looked him up. He's been pitching in senior leagues. Okay, last year in a senior league, he pitched a perfect game. So if you know anything about baseball, guys that throw knuckleballs can pitch forever. Phil Negro pitched until his late 40s. Guys can rediscover their career like R.A. Dickey did in the minor leagues and discover and become a Cy Young Award winner, refining his knuckleball. So this guy might have a shot to get to the majors. Believe it or not. If that's possible, that is a possibility. Bauer has a shot to get back into baseball too, and Major League Baseball proved it because of their partnership with the Atlantic League. But you let me know what you think about this video, and of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2, and I'll see you later.